Howdy, 7th grade. Today we are going to be looking at volume and surface area a little bit more, but this time we're looking at what's called compound volume and surface area, which means we're going to be looking at multiple shapes kind of stacked together. So compound means we have many things, and in this case we have many shapes. So I think I'm basically just going to be able to get through an example today. We already know how to find volume and surface area of all the shapes. We're just trying to stack them together and see what happens. So I want to talk to y'all about a desk, and y'all get to see my delightful drawing skills one more time as I try to draw this desk. And it needs to have a leg over here, and it needs to have a leg over here. Brilliant. Okay, so this desk is going to be 100 centimeters going left and right. This edge right here is going to be 30 centimeters. The height of this piece is going to be 5 centimeters. And then I've got these two legs where all the drawers go, and the height of these is probably going to be about 50 centimeters. And let's see, I also need the width here, which would be 25 centimeters. And same thing goes on this side, 50 centimeters, 25 centimeters. So finding the volume is going to be fairly simple. All I have to do is find all the volumes of the different shapes. And it's pretty easy to see that I've got 3 different shapes here. I've got one being a leg, my second shape being another leg, and my third shape, which is the top of the desk. So to find the volume, all I have to do is add up all of these volumes. So let's start by finding the finding volume first of this first leg. Volume of a cube or a rectangular prism, as this really looks terrible. That's all right. Is going to be equal to length times width times height. And I have all those things. So I know that the height is going to be 50 from right up here. So I can plug that in. I know my width is going to be 25 from right here. And I know my length all the way up here is actually going to be the same as this. So this 30 should be the same as this 30, which would be the same as this, which is 30 centimeters. So this will take a little bit of doing, but I should be able to multiply all of these together. I know 30 times 25 is 750. Then I'll be multiplying that by 50, which is going to be 37500. Awesome. 37,500. And that was in centimeters, so it's going to be centimeters cubed. And that's the volume of that first leg. My second leg, my volume is still going to be, because it's still a box, length times width times height. And if we look, I've still got, I really did draw this quite terribly. That's the wrong leg. Here we go. 25 is going to be my width. My height should still be 50. Down here. And let's look at the length. The length is 30, which should be the same as this 30 right here. And if we look, I've already done this multiplication, so that would be 37,500 centimeters cubed. And now I just have one more, which was my third portion of this, which was also box-like. So I'm going to say volume equals length times width times height. And I'm going to find what all 3 of these things are real quick. So my height is 5 centimeters. My width is 100. And my length is 30. So I have 100 times 30 times 5. which is going to end up equaling, that should be 150 times 100, or 15,000 centimeters cubed. That means that my total volume is going to equal all these added up. So I have 37,500 plus 37,500 plus 15,000. Adding those together, 37,500 plus 37,500 is going to be, man, that is a mouthful. 75,000 plus 15,000 is going to be 90,000 centimeters cubed. And that would be my final answer. So now all we need to do is to find the surface area. And y'all can continue straight down on your page, but I'm going to move over to the side so I can keep going back and looking at the picture, just so that I know where I am. I'm going to draw this nice little line so I don't run into things I was already working on. So if I want to find the surface area of this, I need to find all the different sides. So I've got this side right here, the top, this side, that side, the back, underneath, and then all the sides of this leg and all the sides of this leg. There are a whole lot of sides going on. So something that's really important to do is to pick somewhere to start and then make sure you hit everything going in one direction. So I like to start at the top and work my way down. So I'm going to start surface area. I'm going to start with the very top, the top of my desk, which is going to be equal to length times width, which in this case is 30 by 100. So I'm going to write that down, 30 times 100, and that will equal 3,000. Next, I want to cover all four sides of this top portion of the desk going around. So there's two ways to do this. One of them is to do all four rectangles individually. The other is to use our lateral surface area, which would be the perimeter of that rectangle times the height, which is what I'm going to do. So my surface area of the sides of the top is going to equal the perimeter times the height. My perimeter is going to be 100. Let me pick a different color. 100 going this way, plus 30, plus 100, plus 30 would be the entire perimeter. So that's 260, and the height is 5. So that would be 260. Oh, go back to yellow. Times 5. And that is going to give me, let's see here, that would be 1,300. And we can keep going. So the next surface area I need to make sure I find, working my way down, is the surface area under the desk here. So I'm going to do surface area, and I'm going to call this the bottom of the top, which doesn't really make sense, but that's okay. And if we look at the dimensions, I know that it's going to be 30 long, but I need to find, I have a whole bunch of extra stuff here. Let's get rid of some of these extra bits. Make it a little bit easier to see. I need to figure out how long this distance is from here over to here, so that I can then find the area of that rectangle that's underneath the desk. So I know that the total distance from here to here is 100, and I need to subtract off the 25 here and the 25 here. So I have 100 minus 25 minus 25, which is 50. Multiply that by the 30 going this way. So I have 50 here. 30 going that way. And that's going to end up being 50 by 30 is 1,500. So I'm done with the top of the desk. Now I just need to worry about the legs. So let's look at these real quick. Once more, I can use my lateral surface area trick for all four sides of the legs, which is what I'm going to do because it'll make my life a lot easier. So the perimeter around here is going to be 30 plus 25 plus 30 plus 25. And then I can multiply that by the height to find the surface area of all of this. So my height is 50, which which I can go ahead and plug in. So surface area of leg, and I'm doing the right leg right now. It's going to be the height, which is 50, times my perimeter. 30 plus 25 right here is going to be 55. Plus 25 again is going to be 80, plus 30 is 110. So this would be 50 times 110, which is 5,500. And the surface area of my other leg will be the same, which is 50 times 110, or 5,500. Now all I need to do is add all these up, and that's going to be 3,000 plus 1,300, which is 4,300. 1,500 and 5,500 is going to be 7,000. And I still have my 5,500 here. I can add these together, and I would get 11,300. So I have my 5,500, and then adding these together, I end up getting, let's see, that would be 16,800. We want to make sure we have our units. That would be centimeters squared. And just like that, we're done. So to recap, because I know that was a very long problem, our strategy for both of these is to break apart our complex shape or our compound shape into usable shapes, and then add up the totals. And just like that, we will be able to find our surface area or our volume, whichever one we're looking for. So you all have a great day, and I will see you all tomorrow.